Hi guys, Crispin Sanford again. That's my daughter right there. We're actually there's a big mall out here in Utah, in Salt Lake City. It's called City Creek, and we're here on Sunday. It's closed in observance of Sunday being a religious day, which is honored here in Salt Lake. So anyway, today we're here enjoying the sun. We've been getting more of it, but it had been raining for a few days, so it's nice to see it back out. Today I wanted to talk about the work required. I know that I love Formula One racing, and today was a race at Monaco. It's sort of one of the most celebrated and honored and talked about Grand Prix because it's held where, you know, there are $1 million yachts, and it's Monaco with very expensive houses and lifestyles of the rich and famous, and it's very much the sort of lifestyle that many aspire to. Not everybody, but it certainly is good to be in a position where you could have a yacht or a house or fly to Monaco for some sort of an event or for the weekend, but it has all of the trappings of great wealth and success. Many of us here wish to achieve wealth, and the way in which we spend that money is obviously entirely up to us. But I was just thinking, you know, today's race, Lewis Hamilton was in pole position. That's the first place when they started the race. He qualified and had the best lap, and so he got to start at the front. For those of you who don't really know all the rules. And but even still, he was put under a lot of pressure, and the strategy, they'd made a mistake. Mercedes is very good. They have 5 times won the World Championship in a row, so they're obviously extremely good. They're very pro, top of their game, and but it did make me think that, you know, people make mistakes, and Lewis had to overcome a strategy where he was on tires that were a little bit more susceptible to wear, and being put heavily under pressure, they started to wear, and he was losing grip, but still pushed it all the way to the end. And it's that kind of grit, determination that is required if he's going to win this World Championship. He puts in an excessive, you might say, amount of work, staying fit, working out every day, being disciplined in the way in which he eats, ensuring that all of the fine details. I mean, these guys will wear one of the winners, one of the world champions, Nico Rosberg, who competed with and beat Lewis Hamilton one year, I think it was by just a point. But he was saying when he was talking in a video about how changing his gloves, where the seam was, it made it just that split second better, faster, which results in 1/10 of a second per lap, which results in over 68 laps. All those 68 laps results in seconds. And every minute change that can be done, every change in the way you operate in terms of your discipline, resulted in him becoming world champion. And there's a lot of us that recognize how much work we do, but there are some who think, yeah, gosh, I'm doing a lot of work, where are my results? And whereas I don't want this video to be like, you know, you guys, you've got to step up and get to the next level, I do want to address, in my experience, the amount of work required to get results is almost excessive. You know, when Tony talks about taking massive action, I mean, that's what he means. He means, you know, he was giving seminars every single day, day in, day out, multiple times a day, in order to reach the levels that he has attained. He started out that way. Many of us do lots of work. I make lots of videos, lots of posts, lots of likes. People are adding to this group, to my group, hashtag KBB Mastermind group, and I go in there and, you know, see if we're friends already. calls and have conversations and comments, and there's an awful lot involved in building meaningful relationship with my group. And I do it, and I continue to do it. And I've made sales since I've started KBB, and I know that the work required to get these things set up, to deliver, all the work that I've put in with regards to business, it's all worth it. When I see people's faces, when I see them change, when I see them make the progress, when I know that I'm getting paid and able to enjoy a sunny day because I'm making a living, it's going to be even better when I get to do more of the things I love, where I could perhaps go to the Grand Prix at Monaco because of the value I'm putting into the community and the money I receive for putting in that value, for all that commitment. And the results in lives changed. The thank yous people give me because of advice I share or comments I give or recommendations that they appreciate, that touches me, and that's meaningful to me. It's not just money. It's that feeling of pride that you get from serving others and them genuinely thanking you. So, not that I'm necessarily going to be a world champion. I mean, at this knowledge business game, I certainly aspire to, but I know there's so much involved in getting there, and the reality is I've got to do all the work necessary to be even in the same league as these guys who are, you know, billionaires, are making hundreds of millions. And I just want to tell you all that know that you got to do 10 times the work to get 10 times the results. Being able to train people so that you can leverage your know-how and ensure that they have it means that you can get 10 great people operating in your organization. Well, there's 10 times the work, right? With having 10 people, but doing the work to train them and making sure they're doing it right, that's a part of the work involved in getting 10 times the results through that specific strategy. And then just, you know, stepping up your own game, making the minor changes, the corrections, learning the lessons, practicing and drilling. The amount of work required, I think, is a hell of a lot more than many of us assume, I would hope. When I worked at business development for a marketing firm for financial advisors for 5.5 years, I called 40 to 140 people a day, 300-400 calls a week, every week, week in, week out. And sometimes I would get 10 plus hot prospects, interested, qualified, willing to begin the sales process. A week, there were times where I was getting it week in, week out, every week. But then we had all of the workshops that led up to that. We had all of the messages going out. And, we had some great months and great years, and I helped double the income of my division. But that's the deal. That's like calling, meeting with, holding meetings, holding hour-long presentations, answering questions for another hour, going into 2 hours. Some people I'd have people call me, ask a few questions, and then sign up right away. Other people, I'd meet with them, do a presentation, they'd call me back in a few months and sign up. And there was no other work on my part, but a lot of it was meeting with, talking, answering questions, bringing partners on board. Sometimes this process would go on even for a year, a couple of years, before somebody I had been working with bought. And those hours and that time invested by the company, by me, ultimately paid off with lots of those don't. And it's not a bad thing. You just keep on working on the process, keep on working on your procedure, keep on documenting the ways in which you get results, and ensuring you continue to do what works. So anyway, that's my little bit of a rant on this issue of how much work is going to be required to kind of get the level of game change that we want to get. And sometimes I think not everyone recognizes the amount of work they have to do, that we have to do. And so I kind of wanted a little bit of commentary on that. I know I'm always serving you guys and sharing with you guys and sharing things that I know. And this is a little bit of a rant, a little bit of like a rah-rah, kind of someone tipped me a little bit or poked me in the wrong way, and I'm just like, dude, you got to work. There's so much work involved in succeeding and accomplishing the kind of level of change and dent in this universe that we want to make, and we just got to do it. We got to pay the price, as Grant Cardone says. Pay the price today to be able to pay the price tomorrow for the life we want. All right, guys, that's it from me. All the best, and have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Have a somber Memorial Day weekend. It's good that we honor Bye now.